This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has attended the opening day of the 5th World Government Summit. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum attended the first day of the summit along with the Crown Prince of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Deputy Ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum, the President of Dubai Civil Aviation Authority and Chairman and Chief Executive of the Emirates Group, along with other sheikhs and senior government officials. Over 4,000 delegates and 150 speakers from 139 countries are attending the 5th edition of the forum, which is being held under the theme Shaping Future Governments. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid attended the panel discussion with the Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund, who discussed major international political issues affecting the global economy. During the event, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed also presented the Best Minister of the Year award to Awa Marie-Coll Seck, Senegal's Minister of Health. The minister was rewarded for her work in combating malaria in the country, while also playing an important role in limiting the spread of Ebola in the West African state. Commenting on the award, the minister stated that universal healthcare of the citizens continues to be an important policy for the current Senegalese administration.
The universal health coverage is one of the priorities of the President Macky Sall. When I came on board, he just told me I would like all the population, and particularly the vulnerable, to have access to care. And he put some gratuity in that, where children under 5 are not paying. When you have to do a cesarean, also in the hospital, you are not paying. If you have to do dialysis, you are not paying. But the others are just having a small amount of money to pay, and the government is doing the other part. And when the disease came, as I say, from a neighboring country, we continue to work with the population, and we created a sort of crisis center to be able to 24 hours on 24 to be there and to be able, in case we had other cases, to really contain them. So it was a very hard job, but we succeed, and we are very proud of that.
The Federal National Council, which was set up shortly after the establishment of the Union, observes its 45th anniversary today. Since its inception, the FNC has been the largest institution for the representation of the people of the UAE under the umbrella of the Union. It works to achieve the aspirations of the leadership by exercising legislative and supervisory powers, practicing parliamentary diplomacy, giving expression to national cohesion, and contributing to balanced and comprehensive developments witnessed by the country. The FNC was set up to encourage the participation of citizens in decision-making, and in order to enhance its role and exercise its constitutional powers, the body implemented its first parliamentary strategy for 2016-21, which is the first of its kind in the history of parliamentary activities in the UAE and the region. The first parliamentary strategy aims to record landmark achievements during its current legislative chapter that will help guide future legislative chapters in consolidating national unity, ensuring good citizenship, and strengthening the legislative system in line with best international standards. An international flight carrying passengers bound for the UAE was diverted due to a security threat, according to reports. According to a local report, flight EY42 was travelling from Dublin Airport to Abu Dhabi on Friday when a security threat on board alerted the crew. The plane, which reportedly carried a number of Irish travellers, was advised to reroute to Al Etihad airbase in Dubai for further security checks. According to a spokesperson from Etihad quoted in the report, the crew completed all necessary in-flight checks with no abnormalities found, then followed the authorities' instructions to undergo further security checks at the airbase. Passengers on the flight were then bused to Abu Dhabi Airport to be processed through the terminal. The Dubai Health Authority has announced that its electronic medical record system, Salama, will officially be launched this year and rolled out in 3 phases. The project aims to provide patients access to the medical record through a patient portal and ensure that the electronic patient medical record is available across the DHA health facilities. So far, 1.4 million DHA patient medical records and 112 million transactions have been transferred to the Salama system, and 11,000 DHA staff will be trained on how to use the system in 2017. According to DHA officials, the first phase will be implemented in April in Rashid Hospital, Dermatology Centre, Airport Medical Centres, Dubai Physiotherapy and Rehabilitation Centre and the Basha Health Centre. The second phase in August will be implemented in Dubai Hospital, Dubai Diabetes Centre and all primary healthcare centres, while phase 3 in November will be implemented in Latifa Hospital, Hatta Hospital and Thalassemia Centre, Dubai Gynecology and Fertility Centre and all DHA medical fitness centres. The Integrated Transport Centre of the Department of Municipal Affairs and Transport have revealed that parking regulations have been modified and fines for violations reduced in the capital. Abu Dhabi's Parking Division, or Mawaqif, stated that the fines for several offences have been reduced. Illegal parking in residential areas will see a 200 dirham fine instead of 500 dirhams. In addition, cars will only be towed 4 hours after the ticket has been issued. Illegal parking in bus and taxi parking bays will receive a 500 dirham fine now. Previously, it was 1,000 dirhams. The fine for occupying 2 parking spaces has been reduced from 300 to 200 dirhams, and using a parking ticket or permit not specified for a parking area will receive a 100 dirham fine, reduced from 200 dirhams. No changes have been made to other parking violations, such as illegal parking in front of a fire inlet, parking in a space designated for special needs without an appropriate permit, and hindering traffic. Cars will also still be towed if parked in space for more than 3 days. More than 100 cars used for racing and reckless driving have been seized by police. A 2-week crackdown by Sharjah traffic police to curb reckless driving has resulted in 107 cars being impounded. Major Mohammed al-Naqabi, the Director of Traffic and Patrol Department at Sharjah Police, said that the drivers endangered the lives of others on the road by speeding and carrying out reckless stunts. He added that aside from putting the lives of others in jeopardy, the cars were found to produce loud noise that cause a disturbance in residential areas. The campaign is one of the many to be conducted throughout the year to reduce reckless driving and improve road safety. And finally, in the bulletin, Riverland Dubai has played host to an exhilarating lineup of athletes and performers participating in a show titled as the Xtreme Acts on the River, which took place over the weekend. The adrenaline-fueled lineup included renowned parkour performers, BMX riders, flyboarding, ex-pogo, free drop, inline, scooter, trial riders and a whole host of gravity-defying athletes who performed a range of extreme sport activities by the river for the excited crowds in attendance. In addition to the shows and demonstrations, park visitors had a chance to participate in a series of thrill-seeking activities such as the climbing wall, floating mega ramp, zip line over the river, bungee trampoline, bag jump and free drop tower.
We do flips from up here, so we showed a lot of flips and yeah, having fun.
My part of this today was jumping from the 20 meters. I tried to do the gainer, backflip, lazy backflip, call it. And yeah, the crowd was going crazy and that hyped us. That's really perfect.
I think this is not so easy to replicate because we have years and years of practice to do this. But they can still come up and try with us. We can explain how to land and what to do easy stuff. And yeah, I think they can learn some stuff as well.
They got the chance. We have 2 lower platforms for the public, especially for them to train it, to feel it, how does it works, and it's a hard way to go there, but it's for everybody. Everybody can make it, can do it.
Yeah, we're performing on the river. I'm a trials rider, and the crowd are really good. Really looking forward to the shows later in the week. Once it gets busy, I think it's going to go absolutely mental. It's going to be brilliant for the families, for the kids, for the parents. Everyone's going to love it. It's going to be really good fun. The venue is really cool. I've never been anywhere in the world like it. It's pretty special. It's It's not impossible for everyone to replicate what we're doing. I would recommend that everyone starts off with the basics. Don't try and do anything crazy straight away. Go out there, try some basics, and if you find you enjoy it, maybe join some clubs and start to build up slowly, and then it's not impossible to get to the level that we're at.
I do BMX flatland, and I mean, it was like for 5-10 minutes it was good. I hope like this weekend, the tomorrow and the next day, more people is coming up here, and it's good.
I'm skating rollerblades, and we do a very nice show here in Dubai. It's a beautiful park. It's like Disneyland, and we do crazy tricks. And
what are your tricks? What do you do exactly?
a lot of flips, a lot of spinning, and big team. And together, it's very, very beautiful. Every day we do this 3 times, 3 show, 1 days.
Well, we showed a big demonstration. I'm the BMX rider, so I do the flips and stuff. It's on the river, so it's kind of unusual for me, but for the crowd, well, I've never seen it before, and I doubt the crowd has either. So, but that's pretty wicked. I think a couple of days can be absolutely amazing. I think you start off with the basics, like some stuff on the floor, maybe go from a little ramp to a bigger ramp, and you just progress from there on. That's it then. Well, I've never been to a place like this before, so it's pretty insane. I've been to Dubai last year, but nothing like this and nothing like a ramp on the river, so it's pretty awesome to be here.
So my act today was extreme pogo sticking. It's pogo sticks that go 7 or 8 feet in the air. They're giant pneumatic sticks. I do flips, tricks on them, and I think the crowd was pretty like in awe. I don't think a lot of people from Dubai have seen anything like this before. It's mostly something that is done over in America and in the UK. So it's pretty cool to like just freak everyone out with something that they've never seen.
Held on and around the 1 kilometre long river, Xtreme Acts on the river is envisioned to become an annual event and is the start of a year-long lineup of signature events that the park has announced, with different themes appealing to guests from all age groups. The events for the rest of the year will include fairy tales on the river in March, rhythm on the river in April, circus on the river between October and after the summer break, and then pets on the river in November. In terms of its opening event, park officials believe that visitors attending this exciting extreme sports spectacle will definitely return to the river every year.
Now, what we would like to do here, or why we do it, is because we feel it is very important that we bring new things to Dubai and to Abu Dhabi, as we are in the middle of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. And we are very, very positive that lots of you will come and join us here, because together with the theme parks we have here, Legoland Water Park, Bollywood, Motion Gate, our hotel, La Pita and Riverland, and now Xtreme Acts on the river, it's just a phenomenal experience. And by the way, Xtreme Acts on the river is not the only thing what we will have. We will be followed by fairy tales on the river and many, many other activities as well.